The last semi-final of the CUF Champions League is done, but here are 5 lessons we learned from the game between Wydad, Casablanca, and Mamelodi Sundowns. 2-2. That was the end of the game, but my 5 lessons I picked from it. One, I think experience really does matter in football, especially at this stage. So Wydad had a lot of players on their team who played in last season and also advanced to the final. The likes of Yaya Atiatala, Amloud, Yaya Habreni, El Mutraji, Hasuni, a lot of their players played last season, and a lot of them also did play in 2019 semi-final when it was between Wydad and then Mamelodi Sundowns. So a lot of these players knew what it took to win a game like this. Whatever was at foot, and you could see it was visible. They played fearlessly, even when they were under a lot of pressure. So number 2, I think the Mamelodi Sundowns defense today was very, very permeable. So with that, Casablanca really didn't need to do much to create their chances, and the scores could have actually been a lot more than 2. They stringed very few passes, and then they were at the other end of Mamelodi Sundowns' goal, sometimes from long balls, and they could easily get in. It's as if the defense of Sundowns was non-existent in the game, and I think that was a huge lacking point for Sundowns, and it really cost them in this game. Number 3, I think Sundowns really, really didn't finish off their chances. If you look at the two sides in the game today, Wydad did have their chances, Sundowns also did have their chances, but who got the clearer chances? And I think it was Sundowns. Peter Shalulili on the day got a goal, but I think he would have easily gotten a hat-trick in this game, because there were 3 clear-cut chances where he was central in front of goal, could have easily tapped into the back of the net, but he ended up firing not into the back of the net, and I think this cost Sundowns hugely in this game. Number 4, I think Wydad had their tactics on point today. So in the first half, you realize that Wydad were very, very conservative in their approach. They barely played much with the ball. They relied mostly on long balls, and that cost them their chances. In the second half, they knew they had to do something, so they came out a bit in the game, made some changes. The likes of Hasuni, Elafi coming on into the game, and that really affected the game in terms of Wydad, giving them 2 goals in the game. So I think on the day, they got their tactics really, really, really good on point. They were rock solid at the back. Hassan Zola, who at a point I thought he even had to go out because he was bleeding from the head, but he still stayed in the game, played 90 minutes with his head bandaged and then blood oozing out of the head. Still was able to play 90 minutes in the game. So lesson number 5, I think the goalkeepers really showed us today that goalkeepers can sometimes decide games. And Roman Williams for Mamelodi Sundowns and then El Muti for Wydad Casablanca, they were imperious in the game today. Very, very brilliant saves. Roman Williams on multiple times denying El Muthuraji. El Muti also numerous times denying Mokwena, denying Shalulili. He was brilliant. He was fantastic in the game, and I think despite conceding 2 goals each, both goalkeepers really proved their worth in today's game. So let me know which other lesson you learned from the game today.